I was never looking for the V. The V was coming to me based on circumstances with that guitar that was matching really well with the sound that I had in my vision with my amplifier. That for me was rock and roll.
Immediately I thought to myself, I really do need this guitar. You know, if you broke a string, you had to stop the show, replace the string and do all of that. It had to be in the early days. It was the only guitar I had.
The V just had the look, and I thought, like, well, heavy metal, that's about, you know, posing and power and aggression, but it also has to look good. You know, we want to put on a show.
I switched over to a Flying V from the BC Rich Bitch because the guitar, the Rich Bitch just didn't play good. Broke strings all the time, and I was just taking off in my career at the time, and I didn't have the time to tolerate this shit.
I kind of created my own, you know, because when I went to I was already with BC Rich, but I suggested to them that they make Flying Vs. Because I liked BC Rich's. They had the longer scale, you know, they got 24 frets. They had all the electronics that were hot.
That was just something I dreamed of having, a Flying V one day. When I was first starting out, all the cool players had Flying Vs, you know. It's interesting how a guitar can become an iconic shape.
But nowadays, when I play the regular Gibson Flying V, I prefer to play with the original pickups. But like the basic sound of the guitar, keep it close to the old heroes. You know, that's important for me.
It was called EFR guitars. I asked what was EFR stand for, you know. And they said, extremely fucking rare.
So it's a rock star guitar, I would say, for the posing rock star. But it's a beautiful instrument. It's well laid out, it's well balanced, and it sounds great. I know it. I've been surrounded by Flying Vs.
Hey, what you got in there, son? I went, guitar. He says, hey, it looks like a snake catcher to me. And that was, you know, he had no idea people would see this thing with a handle. It's a snake catcher. To him, it was a snake catcher.
In Denmark Street, I found this wine red Flying V made in Japan at that time, of course. Bought it, brought it back home, dressed up in leather, 2 Flying Vs and all that. That was, you know, the perfect look.
I got my first Flying V when I was 11 or 12. It was like a pearl white Epiphone Flying V. I learned so much on that guitar, and I've still got it. Still got it to this day.
Gibson 1978 Flying V, and this is one of my favorite guitars. It will never go out on tour because it's too precious to me.
But I didn't know how to play it. Like I'd pick one up, like if I saw one in a shop or something, I'd play it like this. And then he said, you can't sit down. It's just horrible to play. But actually it's the ultimate guitar to sit down and practice on, because you have it like this, and you have this kind of angle. It's almost like a classical guitar.
This one has got a lot of history to it for me. I don't really play it at all now. This is the one that I did the first Sabbath record with, and this is the one that I got when I was 15.